Come to child's pose. Rest your hips on your heels, forehead on the floor, and close your eyes. Allow your breath to become deeper, slower, and notice how each breath is creating a subtle hissing sound, like an ocean breeze. Tune into this sound and focus on its feeling in the back of your throat. Breathe in deeply for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. And exhale slowly for 8. Notice the thoughts that arise in your mind. And every time you realize you're drifting off, you simply bring your attention back to the feeling of the breath in the back of your throat. Start to lengthen your arms. Press the front of your hand forward and down. Spread your fingers and glue the tips into the floor. Feel the activation at the base of all your fingers and notice the strong, dome-like structure that is in the middle of your palm. Activate your Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, by contracting the area between your genitals and perineum. To activate Uddiyana Bandha, from now on, as you breathe with vigor, your upper belly moves slightly in and up. Move your hips above your knees, hands beneath your shoulders, and push your hands firmly into the floor, forward and down. Keep them active at all time. Find full length in your arms. Squeeze the biceps towards each other. Lift the area in between the shoulder blades and tuck your tailbone under. Move forward as you slowly bend your elbows and hold when they are at 90 degrees. Make sure they move back, not out. You want those elbows to end up almost touching your ribs. Move back up as you lengthen your arms. Repeat 4 to 8 times and focus on form. Keep your upper body active and strong, tailbone tucked under. Don't drop down into your hips and shoulders. The trick is to move forward as you bend your elbows. Ujjayi is leading each and every movement. Now come to neutral, and as you exhale, you lift your hips up and back, bend the knees, look at your thumbs, activate your core and jump. Hips up, feet forward. Sit down, come to low boat. Your lower back and glutes are always touching the floor. Activate your bandhas, both your upper belly and pelvic floor are in and up. Now if your back is sensitive, wiggle your hands underneath your glutes. Lift the chest from the core, legs are active, feet slightly off the floor. We'll be in this for 2 minutes. And you could choose to place one heel on the floor at a time, but only if you can keep the rest of your low boat fully active. Start Kapalabhati, breath of fire, which are short bursts of air leaving your nostrils as you vigorously move your belly in and up. Fuel your inner fire with every clap of your diaphragm. Keep your core active, lower back on the floor. Tune into your deepest strength. Can you do this for 20 more seconds? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Knees into your chest and taking 2 deep and slow inhalations to recover. Now your knees are above the hips. Point the feet. Exhale, lengthen your right leg. Move your right elbow to your left knee. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, lengthen your left leg, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, middle. Exhale, right leg out, crunch to the left. Inhale, back to middle. Keep on going on your own breath. Slow is strong. Can you hear the sound of Ujjayi in the back of your throat? Knees to chest, deep breath in, long breath out. Back to cycling, faster this time. Crunch from your core. Come on, faster. Give it all you got for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest. Grab the back of the knees and roll back and forward. Round your spine as much as you can and find that moment of zero gravity on your sitting bones before you roll back. We'll transition to plank. Your landing is silent and your elbows are at 90 degrees, tucked into your chest. Option to stay here, keeping the tailbone tucked under. But listen to what your breath is telling you. Perhaps it is time to rest in plank. Or maybe you'd like to add some push-ups. Your practice. Move your hips up and back as high as possible. And length in the spine is much more important than heels to the floor. So keep those knees slightly bent if you need to. Once again, focus on your base, your hands. Press them down and forward. Lengthen the arms, shoulders away from the ears, and instead of tucking your tailbone under, try to arch it up, making it the highest part of your body. Now lift your right leg. Toes are flexed down instead of out to the right, because this helps to keep both hips leveled. Lengthen both of your arms equally, come high onto your left toe, and exhale knee to nose. Point the toes and move forward as far as you can. Inhale back up. Exhale knee to nose. Keep moving forward. Inhale back up. Exhale knee to forehead. Inhale back up. Exhale right knee, right elbow. Middle, left elbow. Back to center, right elbow. Keep on moving forward. Center, left elbow. Center, right elbow. Center. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to forehead, move forward, land your foot softly in between the hands, come up to lunge. Exhale, knee to floor. Hover 1 centimeter above the floor. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to floor. Inhale, lengthen the back leg. Twice more. On the next exhalation, your knee stays just above the floor. You pulse and you activate the breath of fire. Staying here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your leg, raise your arms up high, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa if you like. Now raise your left leg, toes down. Push into the inner parts of your hands. Exhale, knee to nose. Keep moving forward. Inhale, back up. And as you bring your knee to your nose, you round your upper back and lift your foot as high as you can. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, up. Exhale, right elbow. Lengthen those arms, knee to center. Move forward, left elbow. Back to center, round your upper back. Right elbow. Back to center. Left elbow. Center. Right elbow. Center. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, drop the back knee. Hover just above the floor. And on the inhale, you lengthen your leg and your spine. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hover. And find as much length on the next inhalation. Stay down on the exhalation. Start to pulse and activate your breath of fire. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to lunge. Vinyasa. Meet back in downward facing dog. Yogi's choice. You can catch your breath in child's pose. Find the perfect downward facing dog, or do as many good quality push-ups as you can. 20 more seconds. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to forehead. Move forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right elbow. Center. Left elbow. Center. Right elbow. Center. Left elbow. Center. Three-legged dog. Foot in between hands. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, back knee hovers just above the earth. Breath of fire for 50. 10. 5. 2. 1. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Inhale, lift your left leg, standing split. Keep the hips leveled, relax your neck, belly in and up on each inhalation, lifting the leg and relaxing the upper body on the exhalation. Keep on breathing. And come onto your fingertips. The left leg is in one straight line with the back. Your toes are flexed. Exhale, activate the core. Inhale, hands to prayer. Find your balance. Lengthen the standing leg. Rise up on the next exhalation and bring the left knee in the front of the chest. Now choose if you want to find your balance here, or if you'd like to grab your big toe and start to lengthen the leg as you come up. Only go as far as where you can keep your standing leg completely straight and strong. And stay for 3, 2, 1. Release the leg, lengthen it in front of you and point the toes. Stay here for 5. Hands on the hips, don't lean back. 4. Raise your leg a little higher. 3. Engage your quadriceps. 2. Come on, higher. Last breath in. Exhale, warrior 3. Stay here for 5. 4. Keep your standing leg strong. 4. Keep your standing leg strong. 3. 2. Start to bend the front knee. And 1. Without making any sound, you land in a lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, open up your hip, knees pointing to the sky. Foot comes to the outside of the opposite knee. Option to stay here and lengthen the arms equally, or to gently land your foot on the floor. Lift the right hand and the hip. Look to your right palm, which is reaching to the floor behind your head. On every inhalation, you lift your hips higher, and you keep on using your inner palm of the left hand. With control, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot in between the hands, back knee down, point the toes. Inhale, upper body up, hands on the knee. Exhale, move forward, guiding your left thigh towards the floor. Inhale, upper body back, lengthen the right leg, come onto your heel, and as you exhale, you fold from the hips. You can find your own way to split if you'd like, using the blocks underneath your hands. But I'll stay here and focus on bringing my right hip back and my left hip forward. Also, I'm flexing my toes to activate the quadriceps, which helps to stretch the hamstrings. Wherever you are, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Your choice how to get there. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Move forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, up. Exhale, left elbow. Center, right. Center, left. Center, right. Center. Three-legged dog. Foot in between the hands. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, back knee hovers. Breath of fire for 50. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lunge, find length. Exhale, hands on either side of the foot. Inhale, right leg up. Keep the hips leveled, relax your neck. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, leg up, belly in. Exhale, belly to thigh. Now come onto your fingertips. Right leg in one straight line with the back. Toes are flexed. Exhale, activate the core. Inhale, hands to prayer. Find your balance. Lengthen the standing leg. Rise up on the next exhalation and bring the right knee in front of the chest. Stay here or grab your big toe. Lengthen the left leg fully. And on the next inhalation, you lengthen the right leg. Keep your standing leg straight. Shoulders relaxed. And now release the foot, hands on the hips, lengthen the leg, point the toes, stand up straight, lift the leg as high as you can and stay here for 3, 2, and 1. A smooth transition to warrior 3, staying for 5, standing leg long, 4, back leg active, 3, your core is strong, 2, arms forward, 1, bend the front knee, exhale lunge, inhale find length, exhale three-legged dog. Inhale, open up your hip, point the knee to the sky, an option to stay or to land in wild thing without making any sound. On every inhalation you lift the hips higher, and on every exhalation you reach further forward. Maybe you can even reach the floor. With control, coming back to a three-legged dog. And on the exhalation, stepping the foot in between the hands. Inhale, hands on the knee. Exhale, move forward. Inhale, come up, lengthen the front leg and come onto your heel. Exhale, fold. Now do split again, or keep bringing your left hip back and your right hip forward. Flex the toes, activate the quadriceps, and don't forget to breathe. More slow. Stronger. And with more sound. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Then take a plank. Give it all you got with some massive push-ups, or do whatever you feel like. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. And from there, we will transition into Malasana, Yogi Squat. Maybe you'd like to follow me. Lengthen your arms fully, energetically rotate the hands inwards, and move triceps under. So external rotation of the shoulders, internal rotation of the hands. Now as you exhale, you bend your knees, you look forward, you engage your core, bandhas are active. You keep the air out and you jump the hips high, squeeze the belly and let the knees land on your triceps. Maybe taking Malasana. And if you found your own way to Malasana, perhaps you'd like to place the blocks flat in the corner of your mat. Hands are on the blocks, heels together, knees as high on the triceps as possible. And then you start to lift one foot, landing it back down, then the other foot. Maybe lifting both feet at the same time. The balance is all in the core. And the trick is to use your bandhas. So pelvic floor in and up and upper belly in and up. Now from crow, maybe you'd like to jump backwards into chaturanga as slow as you can. Try to land without any sound, using your core at the end of your flight. Or go back into Malasana, step into plank. Either way, we'll meet with our bellies flat on the floor. Hands a little wider than your mat. And come onto your fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, finding more length. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lengthen the arms completely. Now release. Place your hands in the corner of your mat. Inhale, full cobra. Arms are long. Chest is open. Shoulders are back. Exhale here. Inhale, open even more. And exhale down to the earth. Now, if your lower back is painful or if you're exhausted, maybe it's time to find Sphinx. Now, if your lower back is painful or if you're exhausted, maybe it's time to find Sphinx pose, with the elbows underneath the shoulders and the hands pulling back to open the chest. Or you can take this last chance to increase your power and to open up your back. Bend both knees, catch both ankles. Inhale, look forward, flex the feet. Exhale, kick those legs back as strong as you can. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, kick the foot back and up. Inhale, come a little bit higher. Exhale. Inhale, give it all you've got. And release down. Taking a breath here. Preparing for one last time. Catch both ankles at the same time. Use the power of your legs to kick the feet back and to open up those shoulders and your chest. And make sure that your knees are pointing back instead of out. Breathe as strong as you can. Lift higher. And take one last inhalation before you find your way to child's pose. Maybe you'd like to place your hands above your head, the palms together. Or maybe you prefer to point the hands backwards to completely relax your shoulders. Whatever your choice, take your time to come back to your natural breathing. Trying to inhale deeply and exhale relaxed. Maybe this is a good moment to put on some warmer clothes, as we want to keep the heat that we've created inside our body, so that we can target the deeper connective tissues during our yin part of this session. When you put on socks and a pullover, come back to child's pose. We'll stay here for another minute or so. Feeling the air flowing in and out of your nostrils. Noticing the subtle sensations in your body. Starting to lengthen the hands in front of you, followed by the arms, and then tiger yourself forward till you find yourself in puppy pose, where your toes are touching each other, your knees are approximately mat wide, your hip is above the knees. Now your forehead is resting on the floor. If that's not possible, then place a little pillow or a solution to be able to rest your forehead. And from there, with your arms fully lengthened, you want to rest your chest in the direction of the floor. Not by force, but by relaxation, allowing gravity to do the work for you. Now turn your attention back to your breath. And see if on the exhalation you can relax your chest a little more. Creating this curvature in the upper part of your back. Doing the opposite movement of using your phone, your computer, or your car. Notice that. Now turn your toes around and start to come back, bringing your shoulders above your hips and your hips above your heels, and sitting on your heels with your toes pointing towards the floor. It's a very intense stretch. If you need a couple pillows or blocks to rest your hands on, that's okay. I want to invite you to really feel the intensity in your feet. To not try to run away from this feeling, but instead to fully go into it, to accept it. If you can withstand this stretch, you can do almost anything. Now open your arms, and exhale, you swipe your right hand under, and you come in eagle pose. On inhalation, you open up your chest to the sky. On exhalation, you round your chest, you bring your elbows to your abdomen. And on the next inhalation, you come back to neutral. Open up your arms. And on the exhalation, you place your left arm under, come to eagle. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, back to neutral. Push those elbows forward. Open the arms and release the feet. Turning the toes around, sitting back on your heels for the counter stretch. Really feeling what is happening in your feet, your ankles. And whenever you get distracted, simply focus on your breath. Feeling the subtle sensations of the air that is touching your nostrils as you breathe in and out. Now bring your hands to the floor next to your bum. See if you want to lift your knees off the floor. Maybe you want to bring your hands together in the center of your chest. It's a little challenging balance. It's only accessible if your ankles are open. We won't stay here long, so crawl forward until you lay on your belly. Now your elbows end up underneath your shoulders. Instead of pulling the hands back, just relax them where they are. Also relax our glutes and our legs. We focus on relaxing the chest, again creating this curvature at the upper part of our spine. In the beginning you may feel nothing, but as we'll stay here for approximately 3 minutes, we'll notice how the space is starting to increase. How your chest is relaxing more towards the floor. And as soon as you are in the pose, bring your attention back to breathing. Noticing each and every inhalation and exhalation, as well as the feeling of the stretch. Whatever thoughts arise in your mind, they're okay. It's okay that you're thinking. You're human. It's what we do. Instead of resisting against thinking, you can focus on something else. Try to consciously relax the chest on the next exhalation. And slowly release your left cheek to the floor, rolling onto your back, lengthening your legs, placing your hands 10 centimeters away from your hips. Now come up. And if you have short hamstrings, it's a good idea to use a pillow, block, or a couple of books. You have to get creative at home. And then we'll come to a wide-legged forward fold. So make sure that you can tilt your pelvis, sit up straight. That's very important. If it's not possible to sit up straight, you'll have to use a pillow for this pose. And then slowly start to lean forward, just rounding the back, relaxing the toes, relaxing the feet, relaxing the legs. There's no pushing or pulling. It's you, your body, and gravity. is pulling your fascia. And creating more space. The tissues that connect our cells with each other. Moving these tissues and through that increasing circulation, and detoxification. Maybe on the next inhalation you want to lengthen your back a little bit, and on the exhalation just completely round your back, fold forward a little bit more, but don't push. There's no muscular engagement. When the feeling becomes too intense, it's an excellent opportunity to focus on your breath. This is the moment where you can grow beyond your limits, both in a physical and mental perspective. Maybe you have the space to bring your elbows to the floor in front of you. Maybe you want to use a pillow or a bolster underneath your head or your chest to give you some support. Staying here for a couple more seconds. Surrendering to the floor, and then slowly coming up on an inhalation. Taking a couple breaths to come up, and then bring your heels together. So go for diamond pose. Your legs are about 30 centimeters, or your feet are about 30 centimeters away from your hips. Your knees are open to the side, and on an exhalation you round your back and you fold forward. Maybe you can grab your feet. Now it is important to relax your neck. Tuning into the breath. allowing each cycle of breathing in which you remain fully focused to take your attention inward. Connecting with your inner world instead of the outer world. And maybe you notice that there's more space to fold further forward on the next exhalation. But again, don't push. Just let it happen. Try to feel the flow of air that's going through your nostrils. If you want to fold forward a little bit more, go for it. And then on the next inhalation, slowly come up. Take your time. Move your pillow away. And find your way to the floor. Going for a twist. For your preference, I'll wrap my left leg around my right thigh and my foot underneath the calf. Then I hop my hips to the left and drop both knees to the right. That's my favorite twist, but you can do whatever you prefer, both knees on top of each other, or one leg long. Lengthen your left arm. The palm of the hand is facing up. You look to the palm of your hand. Maybe it's better to close your eyes. To relax that shoulder and the opposite knee to the floor. Not by pushing, but by staying. You may want to add a little bit of gravity to your legs, placing your right hand on top of your left knee. I often notice that there's a lot of tension in the glutes, the leg that is underneath. So just relax your glutes, if that's the case. If your hamstrings are really flexible, you may want to lengthen the left leg and grab the toe. And then again, becoming aware of the thoughts that come and go as you focus and refocus on your breath. If you are holding your foot, release the leg. Let's all bring our legs back to the middle. Tuck the knees into the center of our chest, maybe making little circles with our lower back, just feeling what is happening. And wrapping the right leg over the left thigh, hooking the foot under the calf, hopping the hips to the right, and then dropping the knees to the left. Your right arm is long in one straight line with the shoulders, and your head is facing in the direction of the hand. Palm of your hand is facing up. And you can guide your knees towards the floor by adding a little bit of extra gravity from the left hand up. And then consciously try to relax the right shoulder. Ideally, both your knees and your shoulder are touching the floor. Without pushing or pulling. Maybe you want to lengthen your right leg, grab the toes. Don't do this if this puts you in a position of effort. You want to be relaxed. Let go of all muscular tension. There's no need to achieve anything. This is a time of being. reconnecting with your deeper self. This helps to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires. These desires are really important. You identify what you truly want, you set an intention, then moving in the direction of that intention makes you happy, gives you fulfillment. Slowly start to bring your knees back to center, up your hips back in the middle. Lengthen your legs, and if there's anything you want to do before we enter Shavasana, feel free. I'd like to bring my shoulder blades a little bit closer together in order for my shoulders to really touch the floor, my chest to be open. I also like to lift my head, place my head back on the floor so that my neck is a little bit longer, the chin a little bit more in the direction of the chest. And really, it's more comfortable to drop your feet to the side so that you can relax your hips, your glutes, your lower back, your upper back, your shoulders, your arms, and your hands. Complete. As soon as you realize that you're not focused, you're actually focused. At that moment, just bring your attention back to the point of your choice.